There it is. There we go. Hello. Yoimiya, I cannot hear you. Why can I not hear you? Because I hit the mute button. Jesus, that's loud. What up, Cheese? What up, Sparks? Yeah, Goldfish of Doom, dude. What up? I'm top. What was I trying to do? I was trying to do this. Yes, I was. We're gonna start off with this. What up, y'all? I am a tired kid. Very, very tired kid. But I hope y'all are having a wonderful day so far today. So I was, today has been an interesting day. Essentially, I started off today playing,
Absorption test. Let me scribe. Written in the stars.
Today's been a day. That's fair.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Well, today I started off playing, like, Dead by Daylight with Neko, and it has then switched to Mother of God of Chippin' Dales. So, like, I woke up, like, well, okay, I actually didn't even sleep at all yesterday. Do that. So, okay.
Absorption test.
Owl House. I have no idea what that is, but cool.
Fate is upon you.
There we go. Alright, let's do it. Smart thing. Great. Glad you're enjoying whatever that is. No, so yesterday was my first time at the new job, and it went fantastic. Like, it went absolutely fantastic, and it was a lot of fun, and I did well. Which I was a little surprised, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little surprised that it went as well as it did. I felt really good, and you know, that's pretty much how it goes. Like, yesterday went really fucking well. Definitely was nervous throughout most of it. I definitely was hella nervous, but you know, it worked out. It worked out. Hoping for some HP, but we'll see what we get. We got defense. It's okay. We'll stick with this. There's a better healing one later. We'll find it. So, sorry, I'm a little half asleep. I apologize. So you're gonna have to bear with me.
Can I go take a look?
But yeah, yesterday it was a good time. I really did have a great time
Stand clear.
at the place,
Absorption test.
at the venue, and doing the whole shebang that it was. Yeah, it was definitely a good time. I get the feeling that the people I was with were kind of surprised that I got along with some of the other people easily. Like, it was weird because, like, I don't know, I thoroughly enjoyed, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed, like, being there, but I could tell that, like, the people that were there were definitely, like, not people I'm used to talking to, gonna be real. And when I say that, I mean, like, they're people that, like, they were very much into boxing, they were into, just, you know, their own thing. And then you had me who was like, I kind of know boxing, but like I also don't, so can't really talk about that. But it was cool. It was a cool time. Interesting experience, and I made bank and tips. And it was, yeah, I don't think I can, there's not really too much more I could say. And not because I don't want to, it's just like, there was a lot that happened, but it was good. I also poured vodka, well, with my eyes closed, just to impress them.
Hold the line.
Listen, it was a fun time, okay? That's all you need to know. It was funny because so something even interesting that I think, like, I personally thought was super interesting to happen was there was a guy there who you know, asked me, hey, what do you recommend out of like the alcohol that you have? And I was like, listen, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Guess what? I actually don't drink. That's right, I'm a bartender that doesn't drink. And he was like, what? How does that even work? And I'm like, well, listen here. I got friends who all drink a whole bunch of different stuff, right? Like, they drink a whole lot of different stuff. So, I know what they would probably want, and I'm going to tell you what they would probably want, and it's up to you to decide if you want it. And he's just like, alright, what would they have in this case? And I told him, like, based on it, you know, I'm going to recommend this tequila with, like, this, like, tequila margarita that they had. And he's just, like, looking at me like, you know what? I think you're right. I think I'd really like it. Tries it, he's like, he tipped me 10, I think he tipped me $15. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But, like, I don't know, just the conversations I was having with people was great. It was a good time. It was a good time. That's for sure. So I'm looking forward to more of the events. I don't know if I'm working like this Friday or Saturday. I don't know because I'm on call. They said like they'll need me if like there's a big need for like any bartenders or anything. But like it doesn't come up too often. So she was recommending like either if I wanted to come in as like a server or something, and I was like, I'm not a server. If you expect me to have the pizzazz of a server, you are sorely mistaken, because I will try to do everything possible to impress, while at the same time more than likely dropping your food. So I'm gonna say no. But she was also recommending that like maybe I actually like work for a bar, because she was saying that my boss for that job, she was saying that, and like if I were to get a job at like a bar, that place would be lucky to have me. Oh, that's the greatest news. They're saying that like bars would be lucky to have me, dude. That's so good. So yeah, no, I was pretty excited, dude. I was pretty excited. Like hearing the fact of like them telling you that any bar would be hella lucky to have you. So fucking good. Like I felt like I knocked it out of the park. The other people I was with, like there's people there that was they've definitely been doing it for like years and years, and then you have me be like, yo, I'm just here, I just exist. Pretty funny though. There is one thing that happened though that I will like. Last thing I'll talk about regarding it was the fucking. Oh god, this is so dumb. So at one point, like the girl, like we were all talking about like colored hair and everything, because for those who have not seen it right now, I have black and pink hair. So one of the girl, like, so here's a fun fact: every single bartender that was there was a girl except for me. So that was interesting. I felt a little odd, because I was like, huh, there's not that many guys working. But anywho, but like we were showing up pictures of like our hair, and when I had lavender, I don't know how many of you guys were at Ema Murr Cross's stream, like charity stream way back when, where like he showed like a tweet of mine where I have lavender hair and my headphones on. So I have that picture, obviously, on my phone. So I showed that, and one girl's like, "Oh, are you a gamer?" And I was like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck. I have to answer this question. No." Because whenever anybody asks if I'm a gamer, like, I go into a panic mode. And that's purely because usually it leads to one of two things. One, damn, that's lame. Or two, oh, that's kind of cool. You could probably play, like, stuff, but I play, like, Minecraft and Fortnite. And I'm just like, and then after that point, I'm just like, oh, fuck, like, really? This is going to be the conversation I'm about to have, is I'm going to talk about, like, say, Dead by Daylight, or Genshin Impact, but, like, that's gonna be the conversation that we're gonna have. But no, like, it was worse, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It was worse and a little bit more, I'm gonna say, uncomfortable for me, but that's just because of how I am. So, the girl is like, oh, cool. Like, what sort of games you play, and I was just saying, stuff, like, just a lot of stuff. And she's like, oh, by the way, do you stream? You seem like the kind of person who would stream. And immediately I'm like, yeah, kinda. Like, I kinda stream a little bit. It's like, yeah, I just got into streaming, and the girl was like, yeah, I just got into streaming. It seems kind of fun. I'm just there to, you know, talk, have a conversation. It's like, did you just start? I'm like, yeah, totally. I totally just started. Totally did. So, you know, anytime anyone asks if I stream and everything, I get hella awkward. Cause, like, I don't know what it is. It's a weird question to me. Cause obviously the answer is yes. Hell, what am I doing right now? I'm streaming. But I just, like, the awkward little, like, the awkward guy in me is just like, oh, okay. A little bit of column, a little bit of column. Okay, do I stream? Nah, bro, I don't know. So, fuck yeah, I do. But, like, if I'm online, I'll definitely be like, yeah, I stream, whatever. Obviously, my Steam name is kitathi.ttv, because getting the name out there and everything. But, like, when you're in person, I don't know, there's just this different feeling where, like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's, like, this different feeling whenever somebody asks you, hey, do you stream? And you're, like, looking at them like, shit? Also, wasn't the bonus supposed to be updated? I thought the bonus amount of Primogems, Prisms, what are these called? Primogems. I get my games confused, I apologize. I thought those refreshed. Am I wrong? I thought those refreshed every single month. Or is it just after a month passes, it updates? Can somebody look into that? Because I was planning on getting Kokomi's weapon at some point relatively soon, but I wanted to do it when that was there. Trying to save on money. Trying to a little bit. But yeah, like it was an interesting conversation. I did not say what my name was. However, there was a customer at one point who, like, asked for my name and, like, dude, you're super cool. Like, yo, because like they were asking me, like, questions about my hair and whatnot. Like, I weirdly enough, I didn't get insulted for my hair, which was really weird because I was expecting it. Me and, like, two other people of the staff, not the bartenders, but the staff there, were expecting somebody to criticize my hair, but no one did. One of them tried to make a joke, and then I went with it because I understood what he was referencing. He's like, shit, dude, this guy understands my joke. Holy shit. And I was like, yeah, dude, I understand where you're going from. You good. Also, is it the trail? I think it's the trail that I'm looking for. I need to make, come on. I need to make tomato egg, mushroom skewer, and hash browns. Do that real quick. But I did totally, was like, oh yeah, no, my name's Kit. Because lately there's more people who call me Kit then they do call me... Sorry, don't I already have one? Do I not have chicken mushroom skewers? I'm very confused. That's chicken mushroom skewers they wanted, right? Am I going insane here? Hold on. What do you want? Delicious chicken mushroom skewer. I must not have anything delicious. That must be what's going on here. Yeah. Sorry. Little confused. Little frazzled. No, but like... I responded to somebody saying my name was Kit. Didn't think about it at all. Thank you for the hydrate sparks. Going on. There we go. Yeah, I didn't think about the response at all. I just said that my name was Kit. And it took me like maybe 5 minutes afterwards for me to realize what I just said. Cuz I was like, "Yeah, no, my name is Kit." Wait. Is my name Kit? Yeah, it's Kit. And then like, you know, later be like, "Oh. Wait a second. That's not my name." Shit, dude, really? You want me to explore all the way over here? Yeah, no, it took me a little bit to realize my name was not. But that's the thing is so for those who are wondering, like, okay, well, why did you say that your name was Kit when obviously your name is not Kit, right? And here's the thing, there's been more people who call me Kit lately than my real name, and to be honest, gonna be completely honest with you guys, I actually prefer people calling me Kit over my real name. Mainly because, like, I like the name Kit more, if I'm being completely real with y'all. Like, I really do like the name Kit more than my real name. Because, I don't know, my real name is like... you know what, actually, to put it in perspective, for those who don't know, like, it's no, like, secret or anything that my real name, it's Casey. And I've had so many people make, like, Casey at the Bat jokes, you know, there's a radio host named Casey's like something, or Casey and the Sunshine Band. Like, I've had people do the whole slew of that. But like, for some reason, from what I understand, like it's usually only my name that people will like reference or something when it comes to that. Like I've worked with people with like a bunch of different names, obviously, and they never like be like, "Oh, your name's like this, right?" Like, no one ever makes the jokes. And it's starting to wear on me because, like, a lot of these jokes are dated. Like, I'm talking, like, 1980s, 1970s. Like, one woman yesterday made a joke about the cost, like, came out to be a year, like, in 80. I think it was, like, 84 or something. And she referenced, like, because she, like, I said what my name was, because we didn't have, like, badges or anything, but, like, if they asked, obviously, I'd say, "Oh, this is my name." And she made the joke, and then I was just like, "Yeah, I heard," and then she referenced, like, 1984 being a good year, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, no, I've heard it's a good year." And then she got, like, so, like, irritated, is the best way to put it. Like, she's just like, "Listen, you weren't even born there, sweetie. You weren't even born. How could you know?"
Will we find any firework
I
materials in here?
Good question. But like I go along with the joke. That's fine, right? But literally, is that it? At least it seemed like it. She came back a few times.
What do we have here?
It seemed okay. But at the same time, I was like, "Oh, I fucked something up, dude." I don't know, I get nervous whenever that happens, because it's just like, listen, did I fuck it up? Like, what happened? Did I do a bad? But it's usually because, like, it's my name, and, you know, they reference it, and I'll like pretend I'll understand. Like the only one I really understand is Casey the Bat because I read that growing up, which is it's a baseball book for those who don't know. I really did like the baseball book. It was really good. But no, everything else was always like when they reference the radio host or they reference like something else, like I'd stare dumbfounded, and I do mean dumbfounded. I look at them like they're fucking crazy. Like, the fuck did you just say to me? Did you just did you just do a thing that I don't understand? So I've been responding more to Kit more. Even going as far as like making jokes because like we had Kit Kat bars on sale, and I was just like, oh yo, these are my favorite. Unfortunately, that's not true. I know, for those of you who've been with, like, the streams long enough, you know what my favorite candy is. Kit Kat is a second. Kit Kat's my favorite chocolate, let's just say that. But my favorite, like, actual candy, for those who are unaware, is Skittles. Like, I love Skittles. They're super good. Usually, like, when I was at the medical office job, I like had like a giant bag of Skittles next to me. But I also had like mini Kit Kat bars there too, so you know. But like, there's people who would buy like the Kit Kats and like do the joke and everything. And it's like, yeah, you know, I eat so much, people call me Kit Kat. Sparks, you'll be happy to know that I did reference Kitteth once. I hope that, you know, I hope that makes you happy, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Sorry, where is this? Oh, it's on top. How the fuck did I miss that? Whatever. Yeah, literally, like, I tripped over my words at one point. So, when I was making that joke, just to feel better, she kind of, I was like, yeah, sometimes they call me Kit, which is technically true, because Sparks calls me Kitteth sometimes. But once again, like, it was definitely a fun time. Where the fuck is this one? Oh, really? I'm gonna have to go this way. Oh. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I've alluded to this, that I wouldn't mind having my name changed at some point, like my real name. I wouldn't change it to Kit though. Like, I know what I would change my first and also probably my last name to, if I ever was given the chance. Like, let's say if I have like honestly a ridiculous amount of money that I can spend the money to change my name, gonna be real, I probably would. I probably. And that's purely just to like create some distance between myself and my family. Oh, there is one of those. I'll go grab that. Seriously. Heck, my family's probably pissed off today at me. So another thing too is that like my legs felt like jello yesterday. So if you're wondering, by the way, it's like, hey Kit, you didn't stream at all yesterday. Like, what the fuck's up with that, dude? That's because literally my legs felt like jello the entire day yesterday after I got home, which was like midnight. And at that point I was like, I'd love to stream, but getting to my chair is a challenge. Like, I got out of my car and I took 2 steps and my legs were like, you think you can walk, bitch? Yeah, good luck. Get fucked. I was like, oh, my legs. Kind of need those to walk. Please. Yeah. So walking was not an option. Let's just say. So, what does legs is exactly? So I couldn't really walk because it hurt. I literally was walking around for at least like 9 hours with dress shoes on. Weirdly enough, I was also overdressed for the event, I'm gonna be honest. Because, like, we had to wear, like, a black shirt and tie, but I wore dress shoes, and I wore, like, the fanciest skinny jeans I could find. If I had dress pants, it would probably have been better, but, like, literally, I wore, like, actual, like, really proper clothing, I guess you can say. As proper as I can make it, you know? And, the dress shoes are, like, the exact size, like, I don't know how many of you guys go, like, shoe shopping. I go shoe shopping every now and again. But when you go into shoe shopping, from what I understand, you want to, like, you obviously want to buy a shoe that fits, and there's, like, you know, different sizes and all the gist of that. And when you're picking out your shoes, though, sometimes you want to make sure that there's a little breathing room for your foot, so that way it doesn't, like, clamp on, like directly. Like, you want to make sure that it's, like, you know what the size is that's going to exactly fit your foot when you use the foot measuring tool, whatever the fuck that's called. You do that first, right? And then after, you know, you go, like, a little bit extra, so that way there's a little bit of, like, breathing room, you know? You want that breathing room so that way your foot doesn't feel like it's being suffocated. Well, my dress shoes are the exact size of my foot, which, to even put my foot in that shoe, hurt like a bitch. But, like, I did it, and I was like, oh, man, this, you know, it actually feels comfy. Like, we should be fine. We should be fine. Yeah, no, we weren't, because not only was my legs jello, like, I felt like the life was being squeezed out of my feet. Which is a weird feeling. Like, it definitely felt like life was being squeezed out of my feet. It was hilarious, but also at the same time, it was like, this is painful. So then I got home yesterday, and I had to sit on the couch for, like, a little bit, because I straight up, like, walking was not gonna happen. Just get a... Dude, where the fuck is this sword going? Walking was not, like, on the agenda. If you were telling me, hey, Kit, I'm gonna need you to, like... Where the fuck is... Where the fuck is this one? Hold on. Hello? Are you in this tree? Where is this? Wait, what? Hold on, where is this? It's like around here? It's either above me, which is possible. Let's get an area view. No, so, yeah, I had to, like, rest on the couch for a little bit, and then I realized that, like, walking was just even more painful. So I was able to, like, slug myself up to the, to my room. It's like, oh god, this fucking hurts. Oh man. Alright, well, I'm gonna rest for a little bit. And, after I'm done resting, you know, I should be fine to, like, stream maybe tonight. Like, feel awake. It's just my legs hurt. And I can't, like, get to my, like, crawling to my chair. Like, even just laying down fucking hurts. So, I'll just, you know, it'll be fine. I will just casually lie down. Yeah, I lied down and my legs were like, okay, we're gonna stay here for, like, a few hours while we relax. I think I woke up at, like, 5. And it wasn't like I got any, like, restful sleep. I actually haven't gotten restful sleep in, like, the past 20... Well, at that point, it was, like, 24 hours. Like, I have not gotten any good sleep. Because I was nervous about the day. And then, like, I pretty much, like, pretended to sleep so that way my legs would heal. But, like, it wasn't like I didn't feel refreshed, you know? So then, like, I got up, and my legs are, like, feeling okay. But, you know, it's like, okay, well, now I need to get, like, actual sleep so that way I can go, you know, I want to stream tomorrow, which was today. But, like, I couldn't sleep for the life of me. And, you know, it got to that point where... What the fuck is this one? Under? You are under. Alright, and then you're over there. And this one's over here. Okay, cool. So yeah, today, like, I pretty much half asleep the entire time. I was on Neko Andromeda's stream for Dead by Daylight. Once again, not sure why I've been playing Dead by Daylight with people again, because usually that ends badly. But we had it was a very strange stream, gonna be honest with y'all. For those who know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. No, I was half asleep during the entire stream, the Dead by Daylight portion, and then I was like, oh man, it's already noon, and I've like haven't gotten any actual sleep, so I should probably get like actual sleep. And I did, and then that's why like everything got delayed till right now, just for streams, because straight up like the past 6 hours, yeah, I'm gonna say about 6 hours. The past 6 hours, I finally got like actual rest. Like we're talking rest, not like me just not doing shit, you know? Like I actually got to relax, I got to sleep, and I felt like actually relieved. And then I woke up at I woke up at like 6:30, and then quickly realized, ah shit, well, I was supposed to stream. Whoops. And let that happened. So yeah, I actually feel rested. So we're probably gonna be streaming hella late today. Like, just being completely honest. But I do feel like actually legitimately rested and awake. So downside is I got a text from my mom like 2 hours before I woke up asking me to go pick up food, which I actually definitely would have. I actually really wanted to. And you know, I woke up 2 hours later, and it's like, hey, here's a text from your mother. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm in trouble, aren't I? Yeah, because I didn't go pick up food for everybody. I felt bad. Here's, like, the thing is, when it comes to picking up food, like, I don't mind picking up food for everybody. It's just, like, most of the time, I'm not going to be eating it. So I want a Chick-fil-A, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Chick-fil-A. I think the spicy chicken sandwich is alright, but weirdly enough, I can only have Chick-fil-A if I'm with friends. If I'm with family, like, it doesn't taste good for some reason. But if I'm with, like, a group of friends, and they all like, hey, we're going to be hitting Chick-fil-A today, like, down, I'd be like, yo, dude, that sounds great. But then, like, fast forward, if it's like, if I'm with family, I'm just like, nope. It's not good. Not good at all. Anyway. Excuse me. So, well, weirdly enough, I'm a little bit worried about, like, some stuff. Well, hold on. I need to go from here down here. That makes sense. Okay. Sorry, that chest, I was like, oh, fuck. So, like, weirdly enough, lately, I've, like, really haven't had, like, a good stomach for, like, most food. I don't really know why. So let me kind of explain. Like,
finding treasure is
how the fuck do I even say this, honestly? So I have, like, the other day, I think Thursday, I ended up, like, getting sushi, right? Got sushi, and I was like, oh man, sushi sounds so fucking good, let's go eat it. Got sushi, and I ate all of it. Like, I literally ate every single piece of sushi that I had. And it was super fucking good. Like, don't get me wrong, it was super good. But then, like, today, my mom made jalapeno poppers, and I fucking love jalapeno poppers, dude. And these were bacon wrapped ones. They're from a different store. Like, sometimes she makes them herself, sometimes she gets them from the store. And I was like, you know what? I'm fine with the store ones today. And, like, I ate, I think, 1.5 before I just was like, man, I'm not hungry anymore. I haven't eaten it that day. And then even yesterday, so, like, yesterday, I didn't eat until I got home. because I was out driving and everything, and I totally forgot, so I didn't eat pretty much the entire time. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get Taco Bell, but Taco Bell was closed for some reason, so, you know, that was weird. But I ended up, like, they're like, oh, we have leftover pizza. It's like, oh, sweet. So I go, and I'm getting ready to get, like, the one, like, I'm getting leftover pizza, and, you know, it's like, oh, it's a meat lover's pizza, and with good crust. I was like, oh, super excited. I ate, like, one slice. Out of, like, the 5 that was left for me, I ate 1. And then they also had, like, they had some sort of food, like, semi-recently. Like, semi-recently. And I could only eat, like, part of it. But then, like, you get me to Taco Bell, and I'll eat the entire, like, my entire order. It'll take me, like, a day. But I'll eat the entire order. But then, like, I don't know, dude. It's weird. Like, I can't... It's like, there's some meals that I can't seem to finish. And then there's other meals that I really, like, I try. I really do try to finish. I just can't. Like, I'll take, like, 2 bites, and I'll be like, nope. It's not even that I feel full. It just, it doesn't taste well. If that makes sense. It's not the greatest feeling because, you know, I wanna eat. I wanna make sure that I'm like getting my nutrients and shit. And is that really all of them?
Find any firewood?
Hey, Kokobee, how's it going? Why are we gonna cry? But, you know, food was pretty good. Let's see. You got Mona? Nice. I don't know why you're saying help. Like, congratulations. Yeah, we need to do this. Because I still need to get Kokomi to, her flower, so. Keep in mind for Kokomi, all you really need to worry about is, when it comes to Kokomi, just make sure that you are focusing HP percent and healing. And for Mona, it's pretty much, I can base oblige for Mona? I think I do. Yeah, let's see, he's up on the caps.
Let me scribe. Decided by destiny.
What do I have on Mona? It's been a while. I've had the correct artifacts on Mona for so long. Alright.
Allow me. Time for a light show.
Do I have a decent weapon for Kokomi? Well, it's understandable to be excited. Just overusing the caps. Chat gets a little weird.
Shadows of fate. Absorption test. Stand clear.
What were you gonna say that you're? Were you saying that you're gonna use Kokomi and Mona, or? That's good. But it's good. You gotta keep in mind with Bennett though that if you get him in Constellation 6, like yeah, you know you could just use both of them, right? Dang, I got 2 of the flowers, but none of them have HP percent up. Lame, dude. This one might be okay. Continue. Kokomi is on a different account. Oh, gotcha. If you want Mona, oh yeah, she wants the Severed Fate because you want to get her. Want to get her special up as much as possible. So, and having it just constantly happen is really, really good. So, you know, making sure you focus energy recharge and attack percent is always a good idea for her, and hydro damage. Level 1. Well, is your main account the AR6 one, or Kill Devon? Gotcha. Wait, did I already have a? No, I was like, wait, why does it? I thought it said I had a flower for her. I was like, that's not right. So, is there any of these have HP percent? They don't. No, they are. Okay, gotcha. Not good. Interesting. Kind of confused why you would have 2 accounts of Genshin. Well, this is an interesting flower. Crit damage and crit rate. Good stuff. This one would be good if I got it 2%. His energy recharge is pretty good. Plus attack. Crit damage. Yeah, someone would probably benefit from that. Yeah, you could grind materials easier. That is fair. Mona, if you're gonna use Mona, like, I'd recommend getting to Inazuma. What do I use for Bennett? Bennett is Noblesse Oblige. So, like, where's my Bennett stuff? That's the wrong one. So Bennett, I use Noblesse Oblige. Oblige. However the fuck you want to say it. Like, Noblesse Oblige is a pretty good one in my opinion. Purely because, like, you get to use his elemental burst a lot, which increases his like, he does like a huge like radius sort of thing, and then if you increase his HP, it makes his like burst damage better. So you want to just be stacking stuff that increases his support, increases his burst, increases his HP. So HP percent is really, really good. And Noblesse Oblige just makes him a better support character, because that's what Bennett is. Bennett's a support character, so you literally use his special, and then other characters fight within the special to do damage. The problem is, if you get him to Constellation 6, Sword, Claymore, and Polearm wielders have their weapons infused with Pyro. So, like, if you do get Constellation 6, be warned that you're gonna need to use characters that synergize well with Pyro, or just don't have any elements on their weapons, which there's a few of them. But just as your own, like, I just recommend building HP and Noblesse Oblige. So, and that's in this dungeon. And then if you're running Mona, like, I'm gonna be honest, if you're running Mona, the best one is the Emblem of Severed Fate, but that's an Inazuma. You only got Mona Bennett. Well, what other characters do you have? I imagine you must have some other characters. Okay, we can heal right now. I mean, you must have the Traveler, right? You got Razor? Alright, so... yeah. Okay, so Razor is cracked. Like, we're talking amazing. Like, I'm a Razor fan for life. Razor does ridiculous amounts of damage, and actually has one of the easiest artifacts you can grind for. Like, I'd recommend your main damage dealer, honestly, to be Razor, and then use Bennett for use Bennett to support, because, like, this is my boy right here. Like, I've been using him for so long. I do have like a 5-star weapon on him, but like, his artifacts are just the gladiators stuff where you get for fighting bosses. Like, literally fight any like random boss. Honestly, you could just focus on 2 people for low ranks. I'd say, like, you could use Mona. You could give Mona probably be good for Mona right now. Because what, you're 38. You haven't gone to Inazuma yet, correct? Are you still in Liwa? Might just be in Liwa. Benny is a healer. Yeah, Benny's a healer. No. Mona and Noella support. Yeah. Well, Bennett can also be support too. Got even 0 on my main, but my main got no 5 stars. That's fine. Well, technically, I have a 5-star now because your main account has Mona, as you just said. So you got 5 stars, 1 on Mona and 1 on a different account. The different account kind of doesn't work out too well. Oh, Mona's on your and gotcha. So Mona's on the AR6 one, and Kokomi's on the AR other one. AR38. Oh, they're both on AR6?
Let me scribe. Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test.
Okay.
Stand clear.
Sorry, now I'm a little confused why you have them both in that. I mean, I understand because that's what people end up doing. Like, people will make accounts and will just keep rolling. But that is.
Allow me. Billowing surge.
Is your even with a low rank weapon, you are.
Animal test
Sorry.
6308.
Did I miss with that? I totally
Stand
did.
clear. Absorption. My research has.
Oh, you died. Whatever. The shapes. Oh, she got. Okay, I understand what just happened there. She just got stun locked to death. Okay.
Fate is upon you. Shadows of fate. Leave my space. Time for
And
electro.
electricity, dude. Also, some problems here. I can't say anything about that, honestly. Regarding, like, when it comes to selling accounts, I think that's against terms of service for Genshin. So, like, be careful is all I can say about that. So that's purely on you if you want to go against it, because if it's against terms of service, they do have the right to take down all accounts associated with the main account. Did I play on PS4? Good luck. Yeah. No, that's why, like, it's the same thing with, shit, what is... There's another game that I actually played recently that did that. Where is it? Not taking my Mona. I get you. I'm trying to think. Brain's not working right now. What am I gonna say? Yeah, there's a game I played recently where, like, that was the same thing. Like, people were like, "Oh, we're selling this account." Somebody, I think it was Dead by Daylight, actually. Now that I think about it some more. I think somebody was, like, trying to sell their account for I think it was their selling a Steam account, and that's against Steam's terms of service if you're trying to sell, like, an account like that. So as a result, yeah, they took down the main account, and then they also took down, like, the other accounts associated with it. So what does Bennett's skill do? So Bennett's skill, his regular skill, you charge it up. So you charge it up, you can hold, yeah, so it's level 1 and level 2. So you can either just click it and it does, like, a quick attack, you could hold it, which does 2 bits of pyro damage, or you charge it up all the way and it does 3 attacks and does a little bit of a launch, but no damage to Bennett. So some people just like to keep spamming it because it's quick and easy damage, but, you know, if you have the time to hold it, like, go right ahead. And then Fantastic Voyage is he makes, like, a field on the ground that heals people inside of it and get an attack bonus that's based off of Bennett's base attack. So literally you want on Bennett, like, regular numbers. Doesn't give him a damage boost? No. It's just damage. from what I understand. I haven't done a build for that.
Fire hazard.
Maybe I'll do that relatively soon.
Rest and revamp. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Yeah.
On the other account that you're gonna use, like, you should be able to get, like, the characters that you're guaranteed to get should be Kaya. Well, okay, hold on. You're playing on PS4, so wait a second. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand a few things. Sorry if I'm like really confused, because having two accounts can just make things really confusing. There's
Mark 2.
what is
Absorption.
it? Jesus.
Decided by destiny.
Uh,
The fuse is lit.
is like. So I'm guessing that's on your AR6 account is what you're talking about, because you're guaranteed to have Kaya, Lisa, Barbara, Zhangling, and Aloy if you're playing on PlayStation. Because you're guaranteed to have Aloy in PlayStation, and then the next patch would be Aloy. I do Vaporize, that's water plus fire. So literally you could just hit them with Mona, with like Mona's this move, and then hit them with fire. So you just need, so you can do that with Mona and Bennett. The big boom combo.
Allow me.
Well, to vaporize, you would need water anyway. So yeah, with Mona, you would just do right R2, and then you would do the slash with Bennett. So you just do Bennett's skill. How do you set it up? It's just who's ult first? It would be Mona's ult first. Mona's ult first, followed by Bennett.
Rest and revamp.
So I'm just healing up real quick. Also, I just saw the Sparks one. Okay. Gotcha. Wow. Really? Be good for later. Sorry, let me do some math in my head. 80, 60. Okay, so I think I've used all the resin that I want to use today. How? You are so ridiculously... You both are so ridiculously close to max. Just get them to max here in a moment. And we'll see. Yeah, feel free to ask questions, though. I try to help out the best I can. I may be a Genshin addict, and that alone might actually just be an understatement. Cheese state. Which one? Razor. Razor can make the puppy paw. Is a small Genshin problem? It's not a problem, I swear. I swear it's not a problem. I'm okay. Green giant. Well, you don't get to what? AR-58, which for all intents and purposes is probably one of, if not the highest people can be right now in US. But just slacking. Gotta do the grind, dude. Gotta do the grind. Here's the thing, though, and this is something I tell everybody, Kokomi. Like, I tell everybody this, and people usually don't believe me, which is fair. That is absolutely fair.
Time to begin work.
But I'm gonna be real. Every single character in this game is good at some point or another. The problem is, people will do I fucked this up. People will do everything possible to convince you otherwise. Like, people will tell you, hey, this character is terrible. Hey, Amber is terrible. Hey, Razor is terrible. Hey, Sucrose, worst character.
We're waiting.
But I call BS. I call BS on that. Purely because, like... I think that every character has their strengths and weaknesses, right? There's some characters that are super, super good and super, super powerful. Ganyu is an example. Razor is an example. Like, real talk, like Tartaglia is an example. Like, there's some characters that are just ridiculously strong, and we're talking, like, ridiculous. Let's be real, Ganyu is still broken to this day, because, I mean, check this out, right? We should be getting some... Ooh, you have more defense than I anticipated. Isn't that right? Come on. But, like, that's just 13,000 damage just on its own. 22k as a crit, and if I were to get a headshot, it could really damage. Like, yeah, Ganyu has some broken damage. There you go, 43,000, right? There's some crazy stuff. But, you know, it just takes, like, looking into what stats benefit them the most. Now, there are some very sketchy videos, I'll say. People trying to claim, hey, you could do this much damage with this person. And there's people who are not wrong with that. God, there's a video that there was like, oh, you could do 100k damage easy with this person. But you have to set it up. And the setup is just dumb, because it's like, oh, you need to make sure that you have, you do the, whatever it's called when you do electric plus ice, and that raises their defense low enough. And you gotta make sure you have this specific person in your party, because they'll lower their defense even more. It's like, okay, yeah, anyone can get to 100,000 DPS by just strictly, like, literally just strictly reducing defense, because that's how that works. But I don't know, like, it doesn't bode well. I don't find it interesting when it's like, oh, DPS is 100. It's like, no. We want, like, one single hit to at least equal 100k.
Next on the agenda.
I don't know, it's just me. Want any luck? Don't worry, we got enough luck here, but I appreciate it. Because listen, we've had some interesting things. Maybe a Gacha junkie. Hello, bird buddy. But, like, if I were to use Razor plus Ganyu and then also use Bennett, like, I'm pretty sure I can get Ganyu to do probably around 100, 120k damage. And that's just with Bennett's burst included. But, like, Ganyu on herself, for me, does 44k. Like, most of my characters do at least, like, 20 to 30k damage without any buffs. Which some people would be like, oh, that's ridiculous. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, listen, you've seen the videos of people doing 100k because with, like, all the stupid buffs that you can do. What's so surprising of me doing, getting, you know, 100,000 per, you know? I'm pretty sure some people in here would probably want your luck, though, Kokomi, because, man, back in the Klee days, I know there's somebody in chat who's still a little peeved about missing some Klee. Actually,
Next on the agenda.
alright. Me, I mean, I have every single character in the game to level 90. Still think I'm the only person at this rate, because I've checked on Twitter, and nobody has ever laid any claim to the fact of getting to it. Oh, you can do that now. Well, we'll do that in a little bit. It's so funny. So my friend, for those who don't know, Dirty Doge, one of my friends who I've known for so long and who's still getting into streaming and everything too recently. Yesterday after the gig, he calls me and he's like, "Dude, I need you to flex right now." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Like, I want you to just say into the phone what your adventure rank is on Genshin, and also like what your like how many characters are level like 90. I was like, something tells me that Joe just trying to impress somebody, either for me or something else. And yeah, no, he wanted to show his friends that he knows somebody who is probably one of the top Genshin players. And I was like, dude, I'm flattered, but also at the same time, like, why? I was just like, oh, why?
Next on the agenda.
And that was the whole gist there. So he was so happy, and I was like, I'm glad that you're happy, dude. At the same time, like, yo, like straight up, me,
Next on the
like,
agenda.
I don't know why me flexing will help you, but it's all right, I suppose. So anyway, it was a fun time. All right, let's finally get these quests wrapped up. Oh, I got some other quests I gotta do too. Well, we'll figure that out when we get there. Hello, Cloud Retainer. Nice to see you in Mondstadt. One wonders if this device may make desserts also. What are you making this time? Impeccable timing, Traveler. One just finished ruminating on the making of this next dish. A pudding, so it is named. Much consultation... Who? No. Much consultation did one have with the most recent and popular recipes before deciding on this dish. It is said to be soft and tasty, a fine dessert indeed. Changes and improvements, too, has one made to it, along with the addition of rice. Naturally, one's entitlement to it is to name this new dish rice pudding, shall its name be. Sounds really filling. The quality of the rice is key to this dish. Upon one's activation of the Supreme Cuisine machine, order it one did to research for high-quality rice. The resulting search led one here. Well, now, Traveler, since you are presently here, will you help one collect some rice of fine stock? The machine indicates that it may be found not far from here. Ah, is it me again? This device needs tending, and one cannot be in two places at once. Skilled you are in mind and hand, and are thus an invaluable helper. Go forth to one's aid, and one promises that you shall have a shine in the rice pudding also. Well, then one presumes upon your aid. Supreme Cuisine machine, activate. Traveler, one has now activated the machine. Follow the tracks it has created and retrieve the rice that one desires. Alright. Yo, I got you. Where is it? Seems like it's over here. It's been so long since I've actually, like, explored Mondstadt. Like, Mondstadt? I'm guessing somebody's holding on to pudding. Oh. It literally is a balloon. Is that Pallard? Maybe Pallard. Who are you? Run. Thank you, you saved my life. I'm Brun, I'm a merchant. Oh, just my luck. I was originally transporting a batch of cargo, but I never expected to get attacked by monsters while I was on my way. I just kept running. I didn't have time to worry about the goods or to tell which way I was going. Eventually I ended up here. After I got here, I thought I'd completely shaken them off. That's why I wanted to get out of the cart and check the goods. But then suddenly came out of nowhere. Thank goodness for your help. What kind of goods are you transporting? I'm transporting a batch of ingredients, rice and stuff like that. Looks like this is the rice that the Adeptus wanted us to find, but it doesn't look like there's much left. Could you sell me some rice? You want to buy rice? It's not that I don't want to sell it, just that I basically lost all the goods in my cart on the road while I was running away. Those monsters have brought the goods as loot back to their camp. With a headache, how can I get those goods back? If I can't get them back, I'll lose a lot of money. Traveler, I see that you're very skilled. Can you help me get those goods back? If you're willing to help me, I'll give you as much rice as you want. Leave it to me. Thank you. I'm counting on you then. Bring my transport balloon along. I'll place the goods on it. I'll leave it to you, Traveler. I'll be waiting for you here. After you get the goods, please bring them back to me. Okay. Sounds good. Let's go. Wow, that was actually a good shot. I'm actually a little surprised that that shot actually worked. Alright, well, we're just gonna keep flying this over. Oh. Is this really it? This is actually gonna be it. It's just a random camp. Something was telling me that we were gonna have like a long journey and just things are gonna get crazy, but Ganyu's just chilling though, dude. Ganyu's just chilling. So I'm also realizing we're gonna have a little bit of a problem. I'm sorry. Is that a transport balloon? I like how those... Jesus, that guy just had the biggest jumps of all time. And this balloon's sturdy. Good old side quests.
We're way behind schedule.
Hey, look, it's the goods. Who would have thought? Hello, random hilichurl. You are now dead. Oh my gosh, you lived with 1 HP. Now you're dead. Perfect. Cabbages. No, my cabbages. Perfect. Check on the cargo. Easy. This should be the goods we're looking for. Well, that's a lot of stuff. Good thing we got that transport balloon with us, huh? Come on, let's move this cargo back. Do I have to literally wait for it? Alright, I was about to say, I don't want to wait for it to go all the way back, please. Did you bring the goods back? Thank you so much, traveler. You wanted rice, right? Please wait a moment. I'll pick rice of better quality for you. There, this rice is for you. It should be enough. Thank you, traveler. I should be on my way now. I hope I don't need to meet any more monsters. Sorry, buddy. You're kind of trapped out of luck. There's actually a lot. That's wheat. That's not rice. That's literally wheat. That is not rice. That's straight up wheat. That's straight up. What? That's wheat. I'm confused. Traveler, have you secured the requisite rice? Yeah, I got wheat. Indeed, this is most fun. Just the quality that one needs. Since ingredients are ready, one shall now activate the machine. As before, in your hand shall one leave the heat controller, traveler. One would have you report your readiness once you are sufficiently prepared. Yeah, I'm fully prepared. I know what to do. Supreme Cuisine Machine, activate! Alright, we're gonna start all the way over here. And turn this one up a little bit. Do this one. Oh, I'm gonna need to go all the way back over here. This one's set up a little bit odd, actually. Am I not standing on it? I'm not.
Stand clear.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Nope. This one over here. Damn it. Alright, did not think that guy was gonna spawn, because I forgot that's how that works. So let me get you and Mia back out.
Are you going to hold up?
Yeah. Okay. So we start with the middle, and I'm going to raise the middle up as high as we can possibly go. It's just that left one's going to be the key. So I need to do this one, and then we're going to focus this all the way up to the top. Like as far to the top as we possibly can. Okay, that should be good. Then we move to the middle. 3, okay, and then we move to the other one. And I'm gonna Watch you. Perfect. Okay, move this one all the way down. Okay, that's a lot easier. A lot better. There we go. Oh shit, 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 shit. Okay, we're good. Dude, these buttons are sketchy. Like, sometimes the buttons work and sometimes they don't. It's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Alright, we should be good. Dude, I hate these buttons. There we go. Jesus. Well then, is the rice pudding complete? Yes, here's 3 servings of rice pudding. A lovely flavor indeed. No less one expect of oneself, or one's own supreme cuisine machine. Ha ha ha. Let's not get all high-strung here. Your hand in this matter was mighty also, traveler. Come, prepared as one has the recipe you promised. What then shall one cook next? Who knows, mate? Who knows? Alright, I'm gonna do a dumb decision. I'm not too... Actually... Yeah, I'm gonna do a dumb decision. Who likes dumb decisions? Because that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Oh, we have the next... So we have the next, one-man restaurant quests. We can get that out of the way. But first I'm gonna do my commissions, because totally forgot to do those. And after we do the commissions, then we'll do the one-man restaurant quest, and then we'll close out the Genshin portion of the stream. Withdraw to a safe area after taking supplies. Gentleman strikes in broad daylight. Take 2 supplies. Sorry, what? Is that over here? I'm brand new to these Inazuma quests, so like... You were discovered by the enemy. Did you want me to just... What was the plan here? You tell me that there was a better plan? Like, I could just kill them all. Like, literally, that was not that hard. Take supplies. You're discovered by the enemy, and it's like, okay. Why does that matter? I have characters that can just explode everybody. Whatever. Alright. Oh, shoot. They both hit 10. There we go. There's Sucroses. There's Yoimiya's, and we never have to use them ever again. Ooh, this is interesting. Now we're playing with some fire here, eh? Sucrose. Perfect. But Hu Tao is our preference. Oh, man. Who's gonna be in our party now, dude? Oh, no. Hold on. Mona, I think I'm gonna put Mona right here. Kokomi can go right here.
What is the situation?
Yeah, we could do the Raiden Shogun and then Kujosara. That actually might not be a good idea.
With you all the way.
2 electricities and 2 waters. What can go wrong? Alright, Raiden Shogun, you actually have everything maxed, don't you? 3, 4... Okay, so you're missing only a few things. So let's max out the rest of your stuff. Defense up, whatever. I've just got electro damage bonus. We should be A attack percent up. Sweet. And then the last one is this. Which I don't mind that it has defense increased. Like, I don't know, defense increase is nice. Especially if I just get caught up in things. So maybe I should switch out Mona with Aloy. That might be a better idea. It might be, actually. That way we don't have to use Mona for everything, and then that way we have an ice user for whoever we'll use ice for. Alright, if attack percent increases once, this is all amazing. If it doesn't increase once, this might not go entirely well. Crit rate again, okay. So we have to hope for attack rate. Energy recharge is not terrible, but let's see. Do I have enough to get her maxed out? That's our question. 18. And the attack increases, dude. Let's go. Alright, I'm pretty sure she's set. Is engulfing lightning. I want to check something real quick. What weapon could I give you that would actually be good? That is not this one, because this is HP increase. Is there anything else that actually is good? Attack percent increase? Literally, Prototype Amber would be good too. But the best thing was honestly her weapon. When I say her weapon, I mean this one. Nine days left? Really? I'm gonna switch some stuff around. I actually have the Raiden Shogun be right here. Hey, Sub-Zero, welcome to stream. How's it going? Okay. And then we'll put Kokomi back. No. We will get rid of Kokomi, and then put Kokomi back over here. And
I'm Aloy. Ready for the hunt.
Alright, how's everyone's stuff looking? Friendship level 4. Some weird friendship levels, but I think we'll be okay. A boat would be good. I'm just gonna go over here. We could finally use Raiden Shogun for the first time in literal ages. Doing pretty good. Wrapping up my commissions before we do the Wanmin restaurant second quest line. Good to hear that you're doing good, though. Good to hear. Not really feeling fighting people, honestly. I swear, though, that like I thought I read somewhere that the bonuses for the shops were supposed to refresh every month, but I'm really thinking it's like a month after you purchased it. But I could be wrong. I'd like to know, so that way I can potentially have a good chance of getting Kokomi's weapon. And listen, I made bank the other day, so no. You know, I actually have not given people their things. Wings of Shimmering. Oh yeah, people are still upset about the that sort of stuff, right? People are still upset about the anniversary thing. She's not doing too much. This is interesting. Well, her whole thing is her special, isn't it? Here, let's do this. Wow. 16,000 without a crit. Not bad. Probably can max that out. Oh.
To my hammer.
Shine down.
Oh, we can get hers really fast, actually.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah, she does a lot of damage. Dude, and we already have her special again. Wow, okay. Not bad.
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Interesting. Obviously, I need to upgrade her her talents, but
There is no escape.
she's pretty strong.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Cool. That was pretty cool. I don't know if she's as strong as some of my other characters, but you know, we can work with it. We can work with it. Especially with her
Illusion shattered.
oh, dude, combine it with Kokomi maybe? Actually, this might be the play. Oh, that is really good. All right, yeah, no, we just combine her with Kokomi and then just keep doing Electrocharged. All right, so she's pretty busted. I like. It's been forever and a day since we actually used the Raiden Shogun as a character. And by forever and a day, I mean we literally have not used her since getting her. So, alright, how fast can you take down a slime balloon? This is my question.
Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
Alright, well, not as fast as some other characters. Name.
Illusion shattered.
Oh, come on. If only my other characters were built!
Shine down.
Whatever. This is actually, I think, the first actual polearm user I'm using
Absurd.
in a while.
Illusion shattered.
There we go. Yeah, because I haven't used a polearm user in... When's the last time I used a polearm user? I haven't, actually. Rosaria, Hu Tao, Zhongli, Zhao is pretty good too, but, like, I haven't actually, like, properly used them. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's time to do this event. It's been a while. Let's finally do this event, because it's been so long. We'll switch over to Ganyu to make it easy.
What are my orders?
Because once again, Ganyu's talents are all... Her talents are maxed out, right? Yeah, they're all maxed out. So, let's do it!
Hey, Xiangling, we're here. Traveler, Paimon, did you hear the news? I made it through the selections for Masterful Chefs.
Congratulations!
Woohoo! That's great!
It's not like we didn't already believe in that. I know you could do it.
It was a total breeze. I wasn't even trying. But a true champion never rests on their laurels. I'm still gonna need your help to prepare for the competition. I made a few new test
You'll be
dishes, and I was
fine,
hoping everyone
Zhongling.
can try them and give some feedback. Traveler, you want to be the first?
What a shame we just ate.
Oh, yeah, we did. And anyway, we get to eat your food all the time, so we're biased. You should find some other people this time, just to play it safe.
Oh, this is where the rest of Liwa comes into play.
Think. Let's get Beto to try it first. Beto! Yep, you can definitely trust her opinion. Let's go find her. Right now, she should be down at the docks. Let me box up this food real quick, then we can head on down.
We've already seen Beto, though. Where's Zhongli? Where's Zhao? Where's Yanfei? We haven't seen them yet. Like, we've only heard about Zhao in passing.
Next on the agenda.
For this event. Zhongli, I feel like, Jinyan! Finally! Jinyan's in here too! Finally, dude.
Beto, ahoy! Hey, look, who's she with?
Jinyan.
Hi, Beto. Hi, Xinyan. Are we interrupting anything?
Xiangling, woman of the hour. We were just talking about you.
Oh, Beta was saying you and I should get ourselves on board sometime. Says the whole crew's been asking for us.
I did not realize she had a country accent. This is Jinyan, because her and Chongyun have not had any story relevance except for this this event. Chongyun, of course, you already could have hung out with for hangout events, but Jinyan, this is the first time we've ever seen her. Jinyan, a rock musician based in Liyue, uses her music as a form of resistance against societal stereotypes. Her tunes are well loved, and the style of her tunes is much like she is, straightforward, generous, confident, and proud. Every time she steps onto her personally designed stage, loyal fans will come flocking and start to rock to her rhythm. If you hear cheers and fireworks go up at any place in Liyue Harbor at the same time, it's most likely Jinyan, so don't miss out.
Seems like you three go way back. Oh, we really do. Beto and Xinyan are two of my oldest customers, and I've helped out in the kitchen on board Beto's ship in the past. Recently, Xinyan's been planning to do a show on board, too.
That's the plan. Good music's meant for sharing. You guys should check it out sometime.
Will do. But I came here today because I made it into the Masterful Chef's finals, and I was just trying out some new dishes to bring to the competition. Can you have a little taste and give me some feedback?
Sure, beats drinking on an empty stomach.
Oh, about time. I'm starving over here. Let's see what you got.
I like Jinyan's hair. It's awesome.
Oh, man. This chicken foo young's tasting awesome.
Oh, this food is too good for me to be soaking up the alcohol with.
These three seem to have a great time with each other.
Those are the kinds of friend you want in life. True.
Only thing is
There's
you've
Gopa
got
in the
3
background.
dishes here. Chicken fuyang, come and get it, and crystal shrimp, and they all taste kind of refreshing.
Is refreshing really a flavor?
Not really.
When you spend all your time at sea, you don't have a lot of choice when it comes to food, especially on the longer voyages where you've got to stretch out your rations as far as you can. First thing you want to do when you get back on dry land is dig into a nice hot meal that's swimming in oil and has a ton of flavor.
That's fair.
That's the exact opposite of Ningguang's tastes.
Also true.
Oh, sure is. Beto's tastes are pretty similar to mine and Xiangling's.
Ugh, Ningguang. I am sick of hearing that name.
But you guys
Our
are
tastes could
friends.
be more different. You'll never find us eating the same bowl of food.
But last time when you were chatting with her, Paimon thought you two seemed to get along just fine.
Same. What
We're
happened?
evenly matched. Guess that makes us equals. But I'm sorry, limp cabbage leaves are never gonna do it for me.
I hear ya, I hear ya. Steamed cabbage and broth might be upper class and look fancy and all, but man, is it boring! It's never gonna give you that flavor explosion you get with some of the other dishes out there.
So, Xinyan, are these dishes too mild for you too?
Well, not so much mild. I just think you maybe missed a beat somewhere.
Exactly. This is some fine cooking, no question about that. But if this is for a competition, it needs more oomph.
Hold on. Is Jinyan all about making musical puns? Because I kind of love that.
Beat? Oomph? Are we sure these terms apply to cooking?
Listen, I'm pretty sure they do.
Oomph.
Beat, yeah. You know what a beat is? I only know music, though. I'm nowhere near your level when it comes to cooking, so don't mind me if it doesn't make much sense.
No, you're both completely right. Beat and oomph. That's what I need.
It's good descriptions,
I
though.
actually thought as much while I was cooking them. Even though this was a brand new combination, it still felt like I was missing that one thing that'll seal the deal. You know, really push it over the finish line.
That's
Seems
fair.
like she's found her muse.
Bye, Gopa. Bye, Gopa.
Music theory is compatible with cooking?
Everybody's compatible as we are.
Paimon didn't quite get the implication, but Paimon can tell when you're being a meanie.
Paimon, your emergency food. You'd probably win the competition,
Okay,
actually.
I think I know what I need to do.
Sorry, what?
Great! So this went really well.
Hooray!
Don't hold back, just get out there and do your thing. You're a pro, Xiangling, and you've totally got this. Hands down, best chef in Liyue Harbor. Ain't that right, Beto?
Well, I think so anyway. More than any other chef.
Quick find mod, exactly.
And there ain't a whole lot of people I'd be willing to say that about.
I'll do my best. Thanks, everyone.
All right, we'll leave you to it. I'm gonna take Xinyan on board for a while.
Like how also, like, Beto, once the Inazuma arc happened, Beto became so important to everything.
You sure that won't be a problem? Shouldn't we get a second opinion from someone with milder tastes? That's a good point. Beto likes her greasy stir fries, and Xinyan can really handle her spice.
Yanfei. 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 Yanfei.
Who do we know whose tastes are on the mild side? Traveler? Any suggestions?
Oh, no, Zhao.
Who?
Zhao.
Who?
Zhao.
Oh, right! Makes sense! So, back to
it took me a moment.
Who is it? Someone you just missed last time we were there.
Yeah, we can do it right here.
Oh, Paimon remembers! He said that we just need to speak his name, and poof! He'll show up. Will he definitely hear us saying his name, though? Maybe we should find somewhere quiet.
Why not Zhongli? Because Zhongli likes everything. Can we just be real? Zhongli likes everything, and I do mean everything.
Okay, let's
Hi, Gobo.
begin shouting his name.
Gobo's here too!
Do I need to do this too? Hyman's going first. Ahem. Nothing's happening.
I think I need to say it.
Let me try again. Xiao! That's weird. Does he not want to hang out with us? Oh, wait, so let me get this straight. Some guy with special
Some
powers
guy.
promised you both
Sure.
that you just need to
Some
shout his
guy.
name and he'll
He's
show up?
amazing.
Well, not both actually, just one of us.
Yeah, I promised it
Oh,
to me.
right. Well, you should be the one to try it then. Paimon clearly just doesn't want to feel left out.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay then.
Hey, yo, Zhao, you there?
Called.
What's up?
Whoa! He actually came!
Yeah, it's just for me.
You spoke my name, did you not?
I didn't think that
When
would
I
actually
make you
work.
a promise, I will honor it.
Look at this boy.
Blink of an eye and
Doing
poof,
great.
He's there! That's how you know he's an Adeptus. An Adeptus? Oh, Xiao, was it? Hi there. It was me who asked the traveler.
Goba's so happy.
My
Look at
name's
Goba.
Xiangling. I'm a chef. I've made it into the finals of this year's Masterful Chefs, and I'm testing some dishes out in preparation. I'm trying to get feedback from customers with all different tastes.
Customers. And that includes me?
Uh-huh. The traveler says you prefer mild food. Just the kind of person I'm looking for. If you don't
Oh,
mind,
this is the best
I'd
part
like
of
you
this
to try
quest.
the
I mean,
dishes
true.
out
Look at how
and
shocked he
your food.
looks. Look at how shocked Goba is. What are your opinion, Zhao?
Since it's you, I will do it.
Appreciate it, Zhao.
Yay! How is it? Are you sure you can eat it? Don't force yourself.
Good old Zhao, dude.
Tastes pretty good.
Huh? Really? I can't believe it. An Adeptus says he likes my cooking. If my dad was here, he'd be crying tears of joy.
Isn't your dad Chef
You
Mao?
excel in the culinary arts. I'm reminded of another chef I know. That chef cooks dishes with soul, as do you. Both of you are masters. of the craft.
Smiley Zhao?
Who do you think he means?
Or Zhan Zhao?
Smiley Yensho?
Probably.
If I had to find fault with something, the two sides are a little strong for my taste. Some minor adjustments would take this dish from excellence to perfection.
Dude, look at
Just my
that.
own
Zhao
opinion.
doing good things.
Do not fixate on it. Take it or leave it as you see fit.
Thanks,
Go
Zhao.
easy on the sides.
We got two more adept. There's two more characters in Liyue that we haven't seen. Technically
It was
three, but
really
still.
great to meet you.
I'll be leaving now.
Thank you, Zhao.
See you next time.
Paimon still can't believe he actually came.
Yeah, we haven't used him in a while.
Wow,
It's
what
fine.
would happen if we called his name again now? Do you think it'd come back right away?
Paimon, we're not doing
Kinda,
that.
maybe, not really joking. Jeez.
Oh, Goba's sad. Why is Goba sad?
Good news. After 2 rounds of taste testing, I've had an idea on what to do next.
Why is Goba sad, dude?
Lucky we picked the right people to talk to.
Poor Goba.
I'd better head back and try this out a few times.
You probably
while
would
it's
eat
fresh in my
Paimon,
mind.
actually.
Thanks for your help. Oh, and the final is in Eugene Terrace. You better come and watch. Will do. Good luck.
You'll do great.
You bet.
Wait for competition to start the next day. 10 to 14. Meow. Right here. And who's gonna win? Is it gonna be Smiley Yenshao or is it going to be Zhangling? Who knows? I'm sorry. Somebody was actually able to get my friend code? Barbaro. Sure. This player has reached their friend limit. Reject. I'm still the only one who's level 57. Let's go. Does anyone have the mustache translator for Sparks?
Let's head to the competition venue. It should be starting soon. Ooh, Paimon's so excited!
Who's got that mustache trans? Did I say mustache or mushroom? I meant mustache. I said mushroom. Time to cook. Look at all this cooking. Yanfei! Let's go, Yanfei! Finally. It's been a while. Oh, it's Lily Zhangling versus
To the
Zhangling.
Masterful Chef's Final. At the appointment of this organizing committee, I am your host and
Hey,
officiator,
Goba's happy!
Yanfei.
Look at him!
Hey, Yanfei's here too! This event is brought to you by the Liyue Qixing in collaboration with a number of participating enterprises. The competition is divided into the selections phase and the finals. We saw many contestants from all over Liyue in the selections process, and all of them were outstanding chefs in their own right. Of those, the 2 strongest participants were put through to today's finals. In just a few short moments, the finals will take place right here before your very eyes. As the officiator, it is my honor and privilege to represent the organizing committee and indeed the people of Liyue and overseeing today's proceedings. Next,
Catching
please
is
allow
like
me to introduce the judges.
golden shrimp
There will
balls.
be a select panel and an audience panel. The 3 members of the select panel are the Tianquan, Lady Ningguang, the Yuheng, Lady Keqing,
There's Goba,
last but not least, gourmet connoisseur, Uncle Tian.
who is also part of the Qixing. Just as a reminder, this guy, Uncle Tian, is also
In
for
addition
the
to these
Qixing.
3,
But we keep
10
it quiet.
judges will be chosen from among the audience to sample our contestants' dishes and cast their vote. That makes a total of 13 judges
Raw!
with 13 votes
Raw!
between them. Each judge will vote for their preferred finalist, and the one who receives the most votes will be today's winner.
Hooray!
It's all so exciting!
I hope we don't
And
get selected. We're
now,
biased.
Please join me in welcoming our 2 contestants into the arena. Come on out! To my left, a competition favorite down from Dihua. Life's harsh when you live on a marsh, but this kitchen ace will put a smile on your face.
Damn,
Please
Yanfei!
welcome
Like the
Smiley
rhymes.
Yanxiao.
Let's go, Yanxiao!
Hi, everyone.
Whoa!
Let's go,
Yanxiao made it to the
Yanxiao.
finals too. But what's up with him? He seems really nervous.
That's a big event.
Yanxiao! Chin up, shoulders back. Everyone from the inn is super proud of you.
Huh? Oh.
It's fine,
And to my
Yanxiao. You'll
right,
be
A
fine.
stalwart of Liyue Harbor culinary
Let's
scene.
go,
A
Mo.
little feisty with a whole lot of spicy. Give it up.
Gosh,
for
more
Shanling.
rhyming. More rhyming.
And her mysterious assistant, who knows who?
It's Goba.
Paimon knows. It's Guoba.
Guoba,
Hey,
sorry.
everybody. I'll do my best.
Go,
Contestants,
Guoba's happy.
please repeat after me.
Aw, Guoba's sad.
As a finalist
Said
for
Guoba.
Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all competition procedures. As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly,
Small bear.
and abide by all
Oh,
competition
Guoba.
procedures.
Guoba?
As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all competition procedures.
So nervous.
I, for my part, promise to uphold the principles of fairness, impartiality, and transparency in my officiation of the proceedings. Now, I will hand things over to the select panel judge, Ningguang, for the announcement of today's theme.
Thank you all for being here today at the Masterful Chefs Finals. I am the Tianquan Ningguang.
Is it just me, or does her voice, like, not fit? Like, her voice feels like it doesn't fit. I'm so confused.
The organizers have chosen the theme for today's event, and that theme is Of Earth and Waterborn.
Of Earth and Waterborn. Just like the Feast of Bounteous Land. It really captures the spirit of this year's Moon Chase Festival. It's like surf and turf, but the deep and meaningful version.
The rules are simple. The one
Well,
who
she sounds
receives
super
the most
stoic,
votes
but she sounds
wins.
very old.
Tailor your dishes to
Like,
the judges'
very
preferences. Or win over the audience with your originality.
It sounds like it was recorded
The choice is
not
yours.
in the same area as everyone
Well
else.
then, I look forward to both of your contributions.
Guoba's just like, yo,
Contestants
what
will
up?
have 1 hour of cooking time available and may only use ingredients provided by the organizers in their dishes. I trust this is no problem.
Correct.
Okay, without further ado, let the cooking commence. Begin.
Let's go, team! I'm fine with either one of them winning.
Time to pull out all the stops. Show everyone why you're the best.
I put John. Should we go,
Traveler,
John?
climb on.
What's up?
Thanks for coming to support me. Don't you worry. I'm gonna make this the best tasting dish I've ever cooked.
Cooking.
Light it up.
Wait, what? Huh?
Light it up. First things first. Get the stove on.
Where's the stove? Guoba? Perfect.
The side should be milder, which makes sense to contrast with the main dish. And I guess that's what Xinyan meant. You gotta have on beats and off beats.
Sorry, what are we looking for? Make suitable
Triple layered
seasonings.
consomme is pretty bland to begin with, and I can't have 2 sides with the same texture. Luckily, the organizers have provided some very aromatic broth. It's just a little too gentle. Okay.
This is, I wasn't expecting this. Triple layered creme. I didn't realize this was happening. Wait.
Jueyun chili chicken is the main event. Can't afford to compromise too much here, but maybe some pepper will set it apart without ill.
Jueyun. Where is it? What? No, huh?
Whoa, what's this? Hold up. Things are taking an unexpected turn on the Masterful Chef's stage.
What happened?
Xiangling's mysterious assistant appears to be aiding her opponent. Judges, are we going to allow this? We knew in advance that Xiangling would be accompanied by a mysterious assistant, and the judges agreed that the two could be classed as one individual for the purposes of the competition. But what do we say to this?
I take no issue with it. In any case, the assistant hasn't done much in the way
That's
of
fair.
assisting.
That's very fair.
No competition would be complete without a leader.
Guoba!
All a part of being young. I won't be the old fogey that ruins it for them.
Please allow me to explain to our host. Prior to the competition, the judges reviewed both contestants, and we can comfortably confirm that neither side is participating in a way that contravenes
good-looking
the
catching,
competition
dude.
rules. Xiangling is a highly accomplished chef, and her assistant is more like family. to
Top
her.
10 anime portrayals.
Xiangling prepares all of her own dishes herself. All that her assistant will do is occasionally provide a fire source. Given Xiangling's level of culinary skill, the difference between her using firewood or her assistant is a trivial one.
Damn.
I
Betrayed by
appreciate everyone's
Guoba.
concerns. The presence of a mysterious assistant performing strange dance moves to cheer up for Xiangling is a little unexpected.
could you say that with a straight face? How could that's catching, by the way, Speed saying that. Damn.
But the mysterious assistant has now started cheerleading for Smiley Yenshao too, demonstrating total impartiality. By encouraging both
How do you
Xiangling
say that
and
with a
her
straight
opponents,
face?
they have proven to be a fair supporter.
Good job.
Guava's not really outside help. Guava just likes to watch people cook. I'm sure the only reason they went over there is to try to help Yenshao feel less nervous. I give you all my word, Guava will not interfere with the competition. And I would also say that it's a loss to the competition if Yenshao isn't at the top of his form.
True.
I say that as someone who's eaten Yenshao's cooking at Wang Shuin before. He is an excellent chef, and I want this to be a competition between the best we both have to bring.
I see. Most amusing. Uncle Tian, what's your opinion?
I have no objections. It's an honor and a privilege to see two contestants so dedicated to having a fair and square contest.
The judges and the officiator accept this explanation. Let the competition continue.
I was trying to figure out how to cook the
Are
last
you
thing.
all right?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I've never been so nervous in my life. Look, my hands won't stop shaking.
Take it easy. I've been there before. I can help. Try saying a tongue twister to yourself in your head. Or think of some happy memories about your
Happy
dad.
memories!
Why my dad? That's a bit specific.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah, look at Guava. Guava's here to help.
I guess I'll think of my mom then. Anyway, you should carry on. I'll be fine. Don't hold up your own dishes on my account.
Guava's here to help too.
Nothing's
Give
begun.
Guava a hug.
I'm finished already.
Huh? Oh, right. Then I need to focus up and win this thing.
You got this, Yin
Yenshao,
Zhao.
that's the attitude we want. You're a very capable chef, Yenshao. So come on, show everyone what you're made of, just like you showed us last time at Wang Shuin.
Yes. You're right. I can do this. I can do this. Thank you, Xiangling. And thanks to your, well, thanks.
Guava's like, what are you talking about? Let's go.
Time's up.
I didn't think I
Both
made the
contestants have now finished cooking. I would like to invite them to present their dishes to the judges for evaluation. We will proceed in the order that the contestants finished. Xiangling, please describe your dish.
I think I grabbed the wrong
My
ingredients.
Jiyun chili chicken with sides of triple-layered consomme and crystal shrimp. The theme is of earth and waterborne, which includes land and sea. In other words, land animals, fowl, and seafood are all potential ingredients. My main dish, Jiyun chili chicken, is a combination of fowl and chilies. Jiyun chilies capture the essence of the mountains where they grow, and fowl is a gift from the heavens.
I'm pretty sure fowl's the gift
Consomme
from
also uses fowl, and
birds.
its other ingredients are ham and bamboo shoots. These are also
Paimon,
from the mountains,
Paimon, we've made
but
these
they
before.
complement and contrast with the chicken
Paimon,
dish.
we've made these
Fresh
before.
instead
Stop
of
being
spicy,
so shocked.
Cold instead of hot. The crystal shrimp is made from a combination of rice, shrimp meat, and carrot. A thin, translucent skin wraps diced carrot and a whole shrimp. Fresh, crispy, and tender. Shrimps are a
Hooray!
gift from the ocean. Tightly wrapping them in a skin made from rice makes this dish a blend of land and sea. Fresh with a hint of sweetness. It's the perfect note to end this course on.
Hooray!
A
Let's go,
strong delivery
team.
there from Xiangling. Let's see what our next contestant Yenshao has to say.
Let's go, Lian
My
Zhao.
dish is Adeptus Temptation with a mint salad and golden shrimp balls.
Damn,
Xiangling
Adeptus
says,
Temptation?
Earth and water means land and sea. So birds, land animals, and seafood were also the ingredients I
Damn, an
incorporated.
Adeptus.
Adeptus Temptation is a much-loved dish in Liyue, and as chef of Wang Shuin, I've always been proud to offer this as the signature specialty dish of our menu.
Dude, it looks so
it's a
good,
complex
honestly.
dish with very particular
I
ingredients.
really wish I could eat that,
Smoked ham,
actually.
crab, fresh shrimp meat, and matsutake. I chose this as my main dish as a sign of respect toward my profession and to this competition. The mint salad is my first side. Cool and tender with a subtle sweetness. It's a perfect answer to the rich and strong flavors of the Adeptus Temptation.
Nice. Also looks really
Golden
good.
Shrimp Balls is a
Golden Shrimp
time-honored
Balls,
classic
I
loved
think,
by everyone. A hearty
Catching is
and
gonna be
wholesome
choosing
broth,
those.
Followed up with a shrimp ball. Oh,
I think
pure bliss.
I think Zhangling lost Ketching's Kuoba's so shocked. What the fuck? Golden shrimp balls. We all know that's Ketching's favorite.
Paimon can smell it from all the way over here. It's driving Paimon crazy.
Paimon, shush.
Judges, please sample the dishes.
Nom 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 nom. Now I'm hungry.
Very impressive. Both contestants' dishes are well considered, expertly made, and truly delicious.
Catching.
I'm gonna have another golden shrimp. I mean, I should have to sample both contestants' dishes once more before I can reach a verdict.
Now, Xiangling has taken an interesting approach here. She's chosen a cold dish as her main. I have to say, that's a bold move. It's also a unique take on Jueyun chili chicken. Although the dish as a whole is served cold, the chili peppers have been stir-fried, and so they're still just a little warm on the inside. You get a nice crunch as you bite in. Then you get the spiciness and warmth all coming in together. And
I'm
then
hungry
just
now.
a hint of that
So
wonderful
hungry.
pepperiness to top it all off. It's quite simply extraordinary.
My stomach.
This
is
Adeptus
growling.
Temptation is quite exceptional. The triple layer consomme is also a very superlative contribution. Excellent flavor, well balanced between sweet and savory. Yes, the standard is very high.
Judges of the select panel, I will now ask you to consider your votes carefully before writing them down and handing them to me.
I think
Also,
it's 2 to
the
Zhang
organizing
Xiao,
committee has selected today's audience judges,
1 for Zhang
and they
Ling.
are now
I
evaluating
think.
the dishes. Everyone who's been lucky enough to sample today's dishes, please consider and cast your vote independently.
Did we get to?
How are we not involved in this? Why didn't they pick us to be judges?
Because you both are.
Paimon has buckets of passion and oodles of expertise when it comes to food. If they
I'm
don't
on.
want Paimon,
You're gonna choose
they're
Zhang. You're gonna
lost.
choose Zhang Ling anyway.
Oh.
I'll cook him later.
For all the chefs there are in the world, and for all the amazing dishes they can cook, the fact remains that you're the one who treats Paimon the best.
All right, let's see who
Thank
wins.
you all for waiting. All votes have been received
Is it
and
predictable
counted,
or
and
is
the
it
results
close?
have been returned to Ningguang.
Yeah, we are the most
I now
biased. True.
invite Ningguang to take the floor and announce the results of the Masterful Chef's
So
finals.
we somehow have a
It is
tie.
my pleasure to announce that the winner of the Masterful Chef's Finals is...
The drummer is going. The drummer's playing the drums. The drummer can't. This is the longest drum roll of all time. The drummer's oh my gosh, his hands must be hurting right now. He's still drum rolling. Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna say it? Are you gonna? Hello? Miss Ningguang! The drummer's losing his hands here! He's kind of in pain. He's losing stamina. Dude, this guy is like going, but at the same time, going crazy. I believe in you, drummer dude! I believe! Nope.
By a mere 1 vote margin, Xiangling!
Hooray!
What? How is it so close?
Yo, Yan Chao is a great
Well,
chef.
There it is. I knew it.
It was a close contest, but we have a winner.
Or Yan Chao.
Liyue Harbor's Xiangling has beaten Dihua Marsh's Yanxiao by just 1 vote.
Good job.
There can only be one winner, but the fact that this was so close shows just how much both of these outstanding chefs managed to impress our judges. Thank you both for your stellar
Can we give Yan Zhao a
contributions here
hug?
today.
I know how it
A
is
big
being
thank
second
you
place.
to all the audience for being here today, especially those who have come from far and wide. As officiator, I declare the result of this
Poor Yan
competition to
Zhao.
be fair and valid, thus bringing the Masterful Chef's finals to a close.
Give him a hug.
Thank you all for coming. Until next time.
Please exit the venue in an orderly fashion, and remember to take all
There's
of your
13
personal belongings
judges.
with you.
There's 13 judges,
Over,
Cheese.
take a look.
Hi, Guava. Catching? Everything okay?
Looks like I won this time, Yen Xiao. But I'd still like to try your dishes, if that's okay.
Sure, I'll have a try of yours too. Truly exquisite. No doubt in my mind why you're the winner here.
This Adeptus Temptation is really good. It's so fresh, I'm almost moved to tears.
Jeez, you missed.
Well, just goes to show that you have a taste for the finer things in life.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, you've got me all wrong. We're just a small neighborhood restaurant too, so I totally understand. Food is life, and customers are at the heart of all food culture. So humble food cooking is not to be looked down upon.
Well,
Is
what's
that
that
right? Huh. I'd heard you'd gotten famous for your experimental approach to cooking and were all about fancy and exclusive foods. Never realized you'd done your time in a small kitchen too. Well, there you have it. All the
Hey,
greats
you two
come
should
from the
date!
smaller places.
You two would be
Same
adorable
goes for
together.
You can't work in an inn kitchen unless you know how to consistently please customers. It's no wonder your food is so
You
top-notch.
two should date.
You're the kind of competition I'm glad to have. Let's stay in touch. Maybe we can find some time in the future to trade tips.
You got
Aww.
it. And next time we
Aww.
meet as competitors, let's both be even better than we are now.
All right? Deal.
Bye, Anjao.
Traveler, Paimon, thanks for coming. Did you get to try the food?
Talk about now.
Don't even go there. Paimon's still peeved.
Paimon.
I can't believe it. You didn't get picked? Well, never mind. Don't get mad. I'll make some more for you when we get back. You will? Woohoo! Great! Oh, the
catching
organizer
these
said
two.
that Yen Xiao and I need to go register our delivery addresses. Apparently, they're gonna deliver an exclusive ingredients package and the prize money at a later date. So I need to get moving. I'll come find you guys after.
Okie dokie.
Xiangling seems really happy.
Well, catching wants to be. Oh shoot, you're right. That's a love square now because there's Ganyu and.
The
Oh
organizers, they
fuck.
must have gone to wrap up some last-minute things. Let's go ask them for an update about the statue.
Well, catching also looked at us, which tells me that something's going on with the catching girl. Hey, catching, what's up? It's me, Ganyu.
Ka-ching, there you are.
Oh, you found me.
Huh? Is everything okay?
What's up?
Traveler, I have found myself in something of a predicament.
What's
In the
going on?
competition, I voted for Smiley Yenshao.
Well, because of golden
So
shrimp
you're
balls.
frustrated because you can't go back and vote for Xiangling instead?
No, that's not it. As a judge, I had a duty to remain objective. I made my decision after thinking about it very carefully, and my conscience is clear. Xiangling is my friend, so by rights, I should be honest with her about this. But, as you know, I voted based purely on my personal opinion. As a contestant, Xiangling may not be able to appreciate this.
I mean, you don't have to
And
tell her,
I do
right?
not know how to
You don't
deal with people
have
with her
to.
temperament. I just don't know how to break it to her.
It's no big deal. Just say it however comes naturally. Xiangling of all people isn't bothered about that kind of stuff. And anyway, she still won in the end.
Uh-oh.
Oh hey, here you are. I've been looking for you for ages.
Xiangling, there's something I need to tell you.
Yeah, I don't think she'd really care.
What is it?
Though, to be fair, I'd also be catching in this situation, and I'd be like, I wouldn't be able to say
My
anything.
grandfather always said to me, in contests of food, always follow your heart. Which is to say that in gastronomical disputes, or indeed competitions,
Catching.
one must cast their vote for the party that they agree with.
This decision must
Let's
be
just
based
all
on
be
one's
real.
honest
She
thoughts,
voted for Smiley
not
Yanjiao because
influenced
of
by
golden
any
shrimp balls.
external factors.
That's really the only reason. Let's just get that.
Of course, that was just my grandfather's opinion. But I have to say, I am inclined to think he had a point. So, despite the fact that I am your friend, I cast my vote for Smiley Yanxiao's Adeptus Temptation.
I think you mean golden shrimp balls.
Well, maybe it was. I like golden shrimp balls. Is that a problem?
Nah, I'm not saying anything
So
else.
serious that I honestly thought something was up. It's fine. Doesn't bother me one bit.
You like golden shrimp balls catching, we know.
Wanted to, and that's totally okay. In fact, that's exactly how it should be. Otherwise, how could it be a fair competition? So, you made a point of telling me. Is that because you were worried that it made you a bad friend?
Catching his tsundere, yeah, dude.
Didn't I
Soon to
say
be fun.
already? I love this about you. You're just so conscientious about everything. Half-baked feedback just isn't meaningful to me at this stage. Seeking reassurance is what novices do, and it's been a long time since I was a novice. The way forward from today will only get more challenging, as will the dishes I'll need to cook. Honestly, I'll need friends like you along the way. You have a strong sense of responsibility, Kuching. But you know, not everything is always about responsibility. Yes, you're a Qixing, but you're also you, Kuching. When you're with friends, you don't need to think about
Hi,
everything so
you
thoroughly.
two should kiss.
You know that's what Ningguang's like, right?
Please.
Beto's always telling me about how well she gets along with Ningguang.
Por favor.
They even play chess aboard her ship sometimes. So you see, Ningguang's kind of bold in that she doesn't let her identity and reputation get in the way of her ability to have a good time. You could take a leaf out of her book. Outside of work, it's time to let go and relax.
Yeah, right on the money.
Xiangling,
You two
Anyway,
should.
what are we standing around here for? Let's go and check on the status of the Stove God statue.
Catching tsundere AF. Tsundere AF. How much more tsundere could you get? How much? Gosh. I mean, we need to wait for this game to become a dating sim, and we need to date everybody. At least for me, I'll probably date all the girls. But maybe Razor too.
Next
Maybe
on the
Razor.
agenda.
I can't confirm nor deny. I cannot confirm nor deny. We'll see.
How strange. It hasn't changed one bit.
I think there's more cracks in it,
This
actually.
doesn't make any sense. We cooked our hearts out. Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue?
I'm pretty sure we know somebody who might know.
Well, I suppose it was simply not meant to be.
Hey, there's still time.
We've waited this long already. There's no harm in waiting a little longer. Right, Xiangling? Yup, there's still time. Let's be patient. We'll all see this through together.
I think we need to meet with one person.
I have some good news for you, Kuching. Things are looking optimistic for that recipe you gave me. Master came by before the competition and filled in the parts that were missing. So now I'll be able to cook it. In fact, I'll go find somewhere to make it right now. Wait here.
While Guoba's just chilling.
Oh, and Traveler, could you come with me? Huh? You only just beat Smiley Yanxiao. You think you're up for challenging us already?
Time for me to get real, yo. I'm a kitchen god as
That's
well.
not what I meant. You collect recipes, don't you? I thought you'd probably be needing this dish during your travels, so I figured I'd share it with you.
Thank you.
Oh, right! Paimon knew that. Sheesh, we totally misread that situation.
I mean, Zhangling, yeah. Zhangling's the one we need to use.
Jeez, careful eating your words so fast. You'll give yourself heartburn.
Look at that face. Look at that smug face. What a smug
What are you staring
face.
at me for? Go on, go get on with your cooking.
Catching tsundere. Tsundere. Delicious chili mince cornbread buns. Sorry, that's a bunch of words. Delicious chili mince cornbread buns. doesn't sound good. Not gonna lie. The cornbread buns sound kind of
Next
good.
on the agenda.
But also chili mince cornbread buns. They have paw prints on them. Fuck. Listen, I may have skipped it, but it's okay. So what are all the ships in this game? What are the core ships that we have so far? There's Ketching and Zhangling, but also Ganyu and Ketching. We have Kujo Sara and Raiden Shogun. The puppet rather than A. But we also have A and Yai. We have Paimon with fish. That's another one. Zhongli and Tartaglia. Dingwang and Beidou. I guess that's fair. What up?
We're back. The traveler and I made
Sing Shan
lunch.
Chong. I don't think
Here,
that's
have a
the
taste
ship.
while it's still warm. Thank you.
I think that's
Mind
just a
if I do?
friendship, not a potential date.
What is it? What does that face mean? This flavor. I've tasted it before. Apologies. Zhongling, Traveler, thank you both. This is everything I had hoped it would be. It tastes wonderful and quite amazingly, somehow it took me right back to my childhood, when my grandfather was still around. Really? That's awesome!
Hooray!
I didn't have a chance to fully explain before. In fact, when Master had filled in the missing parts of the recipe for me, I realized that I already knew how to make this dish. You already knew? You mean you were able to make this without ever seeing the recipe?
It makes sense.
Uh-huh. My dad taught me how to make it. Wait, but isn't this dish from Kuching's grandpa's notes, though?
True.
About that. I do not believe that this recipe
Excuse me.
was my grandfather's creation. My grandfather was a well-known real estate tycoon in Liyue, and also a scholar. He was an avid collector of old books and was quite knowledgeable on many of Liyue's customs and traditions that are no longer practiced.
Makes sense,
As
makes
a child,
sense.
I used to spend a lot of time with him in his study. We'd read the classics together, then debate how much of it was actually genuine, and whether Rex Lapis was real or not.
I'm pretty
He
sure
used to
Rex Lapis
say,
is real.
Books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions, search for the answers, and decide what they mean. Since then, my grandfather has passed on, and I've grown up to become a Chising. My views on Rex Lapis have changed in this time too. From myth
Because
to
we
reality.
all know Zhongli.
For me, the name Rex Lapis is inextricably wound up with memories of my grandfather. Whenever I see his name written down, it always reminds me of sitting in my grandfather's study, seeing all of his notes. As I said earlier, this recipe came from those same notes. It's an ancient dish that he was trying to restore to its original form. But, unfortunately, without the full recipe, he never quite succeeded. Still, each time he tried cooking it, he'd always get me to have a taste while it was still warm. The memories. This really is the taste of my childhood. Ancient dish? Are cornbread buns really that old?
Yes, because corn is like
Well,
one of the
at least in my
oldest
family it
things, I
is.
think, that's been in
My dad
agriculture.
learned how to make it from his dad, and supposedly it's been passed down that way for generations. We call them chili mince cornbread buns. They're a traditional folk food snack, easy to pack up and take with you on the road. So they're the perfect thing to eat on the go.
Damn, it's already nighttime. Hey, Guava.
Seeing Guoba just reminded me of something. I actually made this dish on the day I first met Guoba. How did you first meet? It was in a cave in the mountains. I ducked inside to get out of the rain and saw an offering table in there, so I put the cornbread buns I'd brought with me on it.
No fucking way. No fucking way. Is that really the twist in all this? Is that really the twist in all of this? There's no fucking way. I think I know what the twist is. Yeah, I think Woba's the stove god. I think Woba's the stove god.
Then I ended up falling asleep, and when I woke up, I found out that Guoba had eaten every last one. Guoba followed me around ever since. We're practically family now. Hold up! Stop the conversation! Look! The stone! It burst open!
Yep.
It's...
The Guoba?
Guoba? What are you... What?
Oh shit!
I see the chili mince cornbread buns have been served.
Master! Granny, look! The stove god statue looks just like Guoba!
I think she always
Indeed
was.
it does. After all, Guoba is the deity you've been searching for. God of the stove.
Damn.
Guoba is a god?
The Yep,
You
that's
asked
right.
me if a sufficiently festive atmosphere would be enough to reawaken the stove god. And my answer is this. Yes. And no. The stove god has always been a deity with great affection for the people, and who acts in response to their desires.
That makes a lot of sense.
To him, the
I like how it
heart's
clicked before the
passions
game
and the
told
heart's
us.
Desires are not
Damn, that
the
was pretty
same
cool.
thing.
That's awesome.
Passion can be a technique, a skill, something derived from experience. But desires, they are deeper, more innate. They are the heart's strength in its purest form. Masterful chefs is wonderfully exciting, but it is more an exercise of passion than of desire. And passion alone will not suffice to reawaken the stove god from his deep slumber. But just now, when Kuching ate this dish she had longed for, a deeply held desire was fulfilled. As well as receiving an answer to her question, she also gained something much more precious.
We broke through her Sundareisms.
Poignant nostalgia, so vivid, it felt like she was right there alongside her grandfather. The
Aww.
enormous power unleashed by the fulfillment of this desire resonated with the stove god's statue, and caused it to manifest once more the form it took in the past. Of course, the stove god himself is not contained within the statue. The true stove god has been here with us all along.
Yo, what up, Guoba?
How
Sorry
does
for
it
lying.
feel, seeing a statue of yourself from your glory days? Ah, look at him. Still so majestic.
Damn, Guoba.
Glory days? Wait, what happened? Did Guoba used to be different from now?
Oh, yes. Back in his day, your Guoba was once the patron god of the soil. But all
How do
the
you know his
wisdom
name is
and power
Guoba,
he
anyway?
had then, he has since surrendered to the soil itself.
A god surrendering their power to the soil. I have heard this turn of phrase before, but what does it mean?
The kinds of trials and tribulations that a land can face are far more than you could imagine. Droughts, floods, torrential rain, hurricanes,
Dang, that's a lot.
earthquakes,
Yeah,
tsunamis,
plagues, oh God.
fires, and plagues. The
Yikes.
threat of disaster will never fully disappear from Liyue. Even woes that have never been faced before in history will come to pass in the future.
That's
Such
fair.
things affect
That's fair.
mortals far more than we Adepti, with our immortal forms. He
Also
once
fair.
walked with you over the barren plains until you arrived at last at the harbor. He joined you in building your dwellings and lighting the stoves.
That's
It
Guoba
was
for you.
his hand that lit the very first street lamp of Liyue and brought the aroma of cooked food into every household in the land.
Good old
You
Guaba,
mortals
dude.
no longer
We were doing good
remember
shit.
him, but back in the age when you did, he was the closest of all the Adepti to the common folk.
Aww. We're about to see a...
Marchosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Gweli Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood. The waters ravaged the Gweli Assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm. For a dozen days, the Adepti stayed by their side. During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move. Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human. He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring joy and of the secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber.
Maybe like one of your French guabas.
The stove god departed, and Guoba was born. When he awoke, he ate the chili mince cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow. Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and decided to follow this young lady thereafter. The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early to hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember. In Liyue, things have always been this way. Nature provides, the mountains rejoice. We are blessed by heaven's good grace.
I'm sorry, who is that? Who is that girl?
Years have gone by. The world has transformed.
Who was that girl?
Life survives.
I'm sorry? She is pretty.
Fortune is only a season. It is the moment that we should embrace.
Who is that girl? There's two people.
Past meets present. Heritage becomes legacy. Long into the future may we thrive.
Aww. Dude, those cutscenes are the greatest.
Dining is the profoundest of customs in the human world. To eat well is to consume vitality itself, and to drink well is to partake of the very essence of the world. It is a matter of
Those two were
paramount
super
importance,
cool.
you said, for people cannot face the arduous journey ahead on an empty stomach. At once a humble affair and a profound one. A humble meal of maize and spring water is also profound in that. By ensuring one's survival, it paves the way for millennia of human history and culture to come. My dear friend, Liyue has changed so much while you have slept. Looking at the prosperity and beauty around us today, does it make you happy?
Guoba, this is kind of a huge deal. Why didn't you say anything?
I mean, he probably did.
He is not who he once was. Even the power of speech evades him now. There's no way he could have told you.
Paimon, why is that deep all of a sudden?
Guoba, but...
Xiangling.
Do not be saddened, Xiangling. There are two sides to everything. Guoba may have lost many of his formal faculties, but he is now as carefree as can be, without a single worry in the whole world. In this world we inhabit, who can truly be said to live a life free of all woes? Those with a mind and with the knowledge will certainly be troubled by all manner of things. But he has gone further than us in his journey. He had both wisdom and courage. Everything he took upon himself, he was also ready to part with. His carefree demeanor today is a testament to the fact that he is at rest. So since you are his friend, take good care of him. Go out to walk and play. Allow him to eat, drink, and be merry.
I will! You can count on me!
Xiangling, you have an adeptal affinity. Guoba follows you around because he has respect for you. The moment he awoke, he was met with the familiar flavor in the chili mince cornbread buns he ate. After all that time, he still recognized the dish he had invented, and he approved of you as the one who had cooked it.
Aww.
That's right. The taste of one's home cuisine always brings back memories of home. Though he remembered nothing, eating the food you had cooked gave him a feeling of familiarity. That is why he stuck by you.
You may be the first person in history to give the stove god the experience of being a satisfied customer. That makes you quite a remarkable chef.
Man, I love the cooking too.
If that's true, I couldn't be happier. Because putting a smile on customers' faces is what we chefs are called to do.
Well then, it's getting late and I still have things to do. Time for me to say goodbye. Traveler, Paimon, Xiangling, thank you all very much. I look forward to spending more time together in the future.
Absolutely, we'll be waiting, and I'll be using you in the Abyss Dungeon as soon as I remember to do that.
I guess my dad's probably heard the good news already, but I should still go catch up with him. Master, it's been a while since you came by. Why don't you join me?
Keep forgetting to do the Abyss Dungeon.
He thinks about you all the time, you know. He's always telling me to invite you over.
Oh, goodness me. Then, far be it from me to refuse. Off we go, then. Let's saunter over gently and see how all the city folk are getting along.
Well, there's one person we haven't seen yet. I get the feeling we might run into them very soon. Real quick. 13 days, it just reset. I literally missed the last 2 Abyss Dungeons. Are you kidding me? Whatever. Well, if we're at the end of the quest, that means there's only one person we haven't seen. Still technically 2, because there's 3, 4? 4. But something tells me we're about to see one last friend.
Hi, Dad! I'm back! Hey! What are you doing there? I should be the one handling that. Oh no! Guoba's taken off!
Hey, look who it is!
Oh, it's you. Hello there, old friend.
Oh, bless my soul. Are you out for a stroll as well?
Given the season, it felt fitting to take a leisurely walk while the meal is being prepared.
Quite right. And it also gave us the chance to run into you. Guoba may not recognize you, but as ever, he seems quite delighted to see you.
Aww.
So, Guoba doesn't remember anything, but can still feel when something's familiar?
Friendship will always withstand the ravages of time. Traveler, what do you think of the name of this festival? Moon Chase.
Evocative and
The
seasonal.
moon is a carrier of countless emotions. So many things only seem to surface as we gaze up beneath its poignant glow. Wherever the moonlight shines, the heart is wont to follow. Fond memories of those no longer with us. Debts of gratitude to old friends. the meaning of ages past and gone, all wrapped up in the city that has existed for so many moons to date. All these things and more, they are why people chase the moon.
In old age, the sight of many things puts one in a wistful mood. But children are always a beautiful sight to see. Such exuberant life force. It seems to well up from deep within the land itself. A land that has been in existence for so many millennia, and yet one that still dazzles today.
Perhaps that's what defines
Traveler,
lure.
this Moon Chase Festival has been all the more entertaining with you here to witness it. Now, let's have Xiangling brew us a nice pot of tea. We shall drink and chat at our leisure.
What a fucking amazing ending. This is why I love this game, dude. This is why I love this game. It straight up, every time, will do... Oh, they're all talking over here!
The
Food at
One Min restaurant is excellent. I eat here often.
Ah, you can say that again. Xiangling is a remarkable child. Surely the culinary talent of the century.
Indeed. To have mastered the craft at her age lends credence to the old aphorism that heroes are made young.
Ah, you can...
Everyone's here to eat. What should I cook? Let me think. I've got some fowl and some fish and shrimp meat, so I can do 2 snack dishes. Yes, and a few stir fries. Everyone's gonna love it.
We're way behind schedule.
I fucking love this game, dude. Fucking love this game. Straight up. This game is always amazing. Never falters, dude. It never fucking falters. Like... Sorry, I just... Fucking such a good game. I know people shit on this game and such, and the community. I understand that, right? Like, there's the whole thing as of this stream. There's people who are just being absolute, like, terrible because of, like, people are like, oh, we didn't get the anniversary gifts that we wanted. And it's like, oh, fucking hell, like, don't worry about that. Also, I'm gonna do this just because it increases HP and I really need to, but I'm gonna worry about that later. Sorry. But, like, straight up, dude, it's a great game. Actually, wait a second. Prototype Amber. I think I know what it can do. Sorry, it just something just dawned on me. I was like, oh, I'm stupid. It just, all the quests in this game are absolutely superb. All the events in this game, absolutely amazing. The lore in this game is incredible. Say what you will about the gameplay. You can shit on the gameplay and everything, as some people do. You know what? That's okay. You do you. But goddamn, is this game just chef's kiss, dude. And I know people don't like the gacha mechanics in this game. I know people don't like that stuff, and they want to, like, They don't want to deal with it at all. I understand. But god dang, is this just a great frickin' game. Like I enjoy this game so much. I enjoy its lore. I enjoy getting to know the characters. I hope in the future we can just get something to remember, like to go back and experience these conversations again, not just like listening to them, but seeing them too. Because I think seeing is honestly a lot better than just hearing the words over and over again, you know? Like, I can show you guys kind of what I'm talking about, but I know there's some other stuff that we're gonna be missing, so it's like, do this. So I'm leveling this up so that way Kokomi can actually become useful in the future. So let me show you guys something that we are gonna focus on at some point. Also, oh, they're giving us more stuff. But people are probably going to be still pissy. Like, so if we go to Character Archive, let me just go down here. There's all our characters. Cool. Archives, right? If we go to Travelogue, right? Travelogue, you can literally just...
Oh, wow!
You can just hear the voice lines all over again, right? But there's some stuff that we don't get to see. Like, we don't get to see the event quests or anything. Like, there's no event such. I would like to see the cutscenes. I hope that they add them in the future. Like, I really do. But... what the hell? Interesting. I would love to see those cutscenes over again. I really, really would. Like the Lantern Rite cutscenes, absolutely. Absolutely 100% agree with it. Every event story, same. Like I would absolutely love to see it.
We're way behind schedule.
But like, just gonna have to wait and such, you know? Fucking finally got a Death March. Dragon's Bane. Death March is the other thing. Don't worry about that. Once again, I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding more things. Like, they have a lot of stuff they still are adding to this game. It's just such a good game. Yeah, Zhao's face on the lens. Oh, yeah.
Would you care to see?
Absolutely agree right there. Absolutely agree. It's... once again, I know, love or hate this game, I think people cannot deny how amazing the lore is in this game. The lore in this game is amazing. The cutscenes are beautiful. Say what you will about the community and like some people that play this game.
If you ever have it.
Say what you will about them, because I understand. We've had conversations about the fact that some people purely just don't really care about the game itself and just want to do things to get popular or whatever. We've talked about that before, but give it up to MiHoYo for making just amazing stories. You know? They put a lot of time and effort into this game. And I know people shit on this game. I know that the Genshin community can be a little bit hard to deal with sometimes, but you gotta give credit where credit's due, that this is still a good game regardless. Might not be everyone's cup of tea gameplay-wise, but it certainly is interesting elsewhere. Alright. All that being said, That's actually going to be it, though, for Genshin for today. We finished the event. We've done it. We finished the event. For right now, we still have one more part of the event.
The campaign.
And, you know, I will. Well, let me go over what we're going to be doing next time on Genshin, because we're still kind of behind on a few things, but it's not going to be terrible. So let me just explain a few things. In 2 days, so I believe that's actually going to be on Tuesday. On Tuesday is when the event, the final parts of the event open up for Genshin, for the Moonchase Festival. We will be doing those on Tuesday as soon as they open, and I'll show those off. What that means, though, is we will not, keyword not, be doing Kokomi's story quest during that time. We're really just going to do the event, and I'm going to do some side stuff as well. Kind of maybe focus on some achievements, because we're still a little bit behind there. We might just do some fishing, who knows? Maybe some decorating. We'll kind of play it by ear. But Genshin is going to be... Next week for Genshin is going to be a little bit interesting. Because not only are we going to do the event, we are going to do a stream to do Kokomi's story quest. That's down here. In fact, the quest has been resetting itself, which has been weird, but whatever. Sorry. Just needs foul. Yeah, so, like, we'll be doing that, but there is something else. There is actually 2 other things that I want to do before we get to 2.2. We have not done Bennett's quest, and we have not done Noelle's second part of her quests for Hangout events. It is being strongly theorized, and I mean strongly theorized, that 2.2 is going to have some Hangout events being added. I don't think anything's been leaked or anything. I haven't kept up with leaks or anything. No one's really sent me anything. But I have heard that there's like some rumors that they were planning on doing some more Hangout events. Is what was being discussed. I don't know if it was for a live stream or something. But I believe that's something that was being actively discussed upon. I want to finish all of the 1 point plus Hangout events before more Hangout events show up. That being said, we're also probably going to have a lot of events happening for 2.2. Keep in mind, the Inazuma story arc is essentially done. You know? It's essentially all done. So with that being said, like, next story-wise... I forgot where they said that they wanted us to go. It's been a bit. But there's, you know, they have a lot left to go for patches before we get to that next part. They have an entire other land. That being said as well, there is something story related, because for those who are not aware, there is another island, I think it's right down here. It's either right over here or right over here. There's another island that we have to travel to max out the Statue of the Seven for A. So, you know, there's still like more things that we need to explore. Once again, this map is gigantic, and there's probably going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be being added as time goes on. So, yeah. All that being said, we're gonna have to wait for the next island and more information on 2.2. We should be getting some new information relatively soon. And I'll talk about that on stream once we get to that point. Usually don't do anything reaction-based, but we will still at least talk about it. Actually, there is one more thing we can do. Actually, no, because I think I've actually exhausted all these quests now because I need to do the daily. Never mind. Let's do it. Last thing we'll do before we switch games. This is quite incredible. Is the stone carving done? When we began, the stone did not look like a thing like this one, but with each passing glance, it becomes more and more so. You humans really are incredible. It's very noisy, yes, but this one is the provisional priestess. Such trifling matters are not worth complaining about. Bring these fish for that tall human. They're good things. It may be considered as celery. Just fish? Yeah, this one did get Kanbumaru to lead those children to try to catch some finches, but it did not turn out very well. For them, catching fish is still simpler. Can I pay this dude? Holy shit, that's a cat. Oh, this certainly looks the part now. Jude, do you think it looks a bit more like the Lady Priestess now? Sure does. Right? I spent a few days burning the midnight oil on this too. I'm pretty hungry, I think. Time to go look for something to eat again. Neko sent you some fish. Well, the Lady Priestess has my thanks, but I think I'll look for food of my own. I've eaten fish for several straight days now. I don't think I can eat any more. I've been heading out to forage for food. When I'm lucky, I can grab a finch or a pigeon. But what I like to have is some meat, you know? Some firm, juicy meat. So, traveler, if you don't mind, could you give me 3 servings of raw meat? I'm not good at hunting, so I haven't been able to get any meat these past few days, so please give me a hand. Alright. Please help me out. Just 3 servings will do. How'd it go? Were you able to find some raw meat? I have 850 raw meat. Oh, the marbling. Thank you both so much. I'll whip up a few good dishes in just a moment. With any luck, I might even finish my master after eating. Haha. What do the two have in common again? Eating some good meat gives you strength to keep going. It just wasn't the same with those fish. I couldn't help but feel like my hands were too weak for the work. Honestly, I'm starting to get worried that it might take longer than expected to finish the whole statue. Well, there's no problem now, thanks to you. I mean, I'm being employed by a cat, sure, but one should always avoid asking for extensions. Whatever the case, I'll get this one as soon as I can. Come to think of it, Lady Priestess said that once the statue is complete, something good will happen. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but well, I quite looking forward to it, actually. Come back in a while and have a look at the final product. Go. There, that's it. Perfect. Awesome. Outstanding. Amazing. So many kitties. Those two are still here, too. Alright. That's it. So. Alright, switch to intermission. Here we go. Hide this real quick. It actually doesn't entirely matter. Where is my music? Hello, music. Alright, chat. So that is it for Genshin for today. So next question. What the